Stefano, my phone just did his thing again. Haha. Yeah, so mata. So what led me on this journey um, was wanting to be able to use uhi mata hai to be able to carve people's faces with the lacerating chisel, the one that doesn't have the teeth on it. So there's mataro, the one with the teeth, and then the more you got that going up those grooves, it's the more ink it can hold. And then you got uhi, oh that's mataro, and then matahai, which is just like if you look at it from that direction, there's a pakau one there. Yeah, it's a cutting chisel. Which is if you look at the Goldie paintings, it looks like their faces have been chiseled. I learnt it from Papa Vern Rosier. I still haven't fully learnt it yet, but um, um, he taught me to learn matahai. I gotta start talking to my tupuna. Yeah, I gotta start going into the dream world more, which led me to kaira. I had a bro named Rod. I got a bro Rod. He he's with the Ratna faith, and within there's like he's a Whare Wānanga as well. So and they have korero about kaira, and kaira being staring at the sun at certain times. Then you can get the nutrient from it. Like don't do it without learning it. Like if you want me to tell you the game plan of how to do it, then no. But after doing it for almost a year, I realized I wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping. This is going back like 7 years ago, and then I learned kai whenua, the things I could learn for eat from the earth, which keep that fuzzy vibration going. But then one day I got hungry and I started eating again, and then and nothing would digest, and I realized I couldn't eat meat no more. No, I didn't realize it was the meat at the time. I'd go back to eating pies and anything that I would normally eat. I was eating it. That they would always, because that was my program. No, I'd always had some type of animal on it, or milk, or cheese, or some shit, and it wouldn't digest. No, it would be cramping up. No, and I'd have to jump around and acid reflux. No, it's called. It's when your body doesn't want to digest some shit inside you. No, forgot the word for it, but it just creates heaps of acid. No, so you put it in you, your body doesn't want it anymore, creates the acid, and it gets it out of you. No, turns it into slush. Gets out of you, which creates heaps of cramps and uncomfortable shit. So I was like, fuck. I was fighting against it, still doing it, and that made me learn kai whenua. So the different plants that were growing around me that I could eat. Could be in your backyard or some shit. If you had like a quarter acre and you just stop mowing the lawn and you let it do its thing, there's heaps of grasses and weeds and shit you can eat because you're connected to it. It starts growing, and then it's learning how to have them. So I was just chucking them in smoothies, like grass smoothies, and eating them, and that kept that mean buzz going, like the buzz that I'm only just tapping back into now. Took a long time to climb back. Yeah. I think it's like 7 years ago, and then that went for fucking a few months, and then my good friends of my son at the time, so the Naibingi Rasta, and if you go deep into it, they don't eat. They eat plants there, and a lot of them eat raw plants. No, that was their strict fucking thing. No, so at that time, the whānau, they were eating like that. So, which are my son's cousins, and my son's two best mates, I'd come and spend every second weekend over at my house because my son was living with me full time. And then their mum would send over vegan munchies, and this was the first time I had vegan munchies, and I was eating it, and I was sweet. There was no uncomfortableness. I was like, fuck, I can digest this shit. So I started learning it. And that's just an example of if you're raising your spiritual vibration, then the physical kai, because you're eating it, everything is kai, has to suit. Yeah? This is all te aka and te arapautama. These are the ways Tāwhaki climbed. I didn't realize it. No, I didn't realize it then. And there are other ways to climb up, but I don't know that. I can't see them. No, because I'm already delved into this dimension. No, I'm in this one. So I can't tell you to climb this path and that there's not another path, because that's like trapping it in a belief. But if you've found another way, ka pai, but this way works. No, this way is true. No, and this way is open. And this way anyone can do it. And this way you are a motherfucking God. You know, you're not limited. You're not downloading no mama. If you can explain to me how you can eat something that died in the freezer works, no, and it was screaming and crying and pissing and shitting and you can see it, and you're not getting affected by it, how does that work? If you understand energy. And I know you understand anything that you hold your attention on, you're sending energy to it and you're pulling it. You know? That's the foundation for all the energy work. So, yeah. But in saying that, I'm climbing up Te Aka. No, I'm climbing the way of Tāwhaki. So it's hard for me to be in this direction and even look, and I'm not. I'm not going to look at any of these other ones. Because I see the truth in it. I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. I can see it in my kids. No? No? My kids are fucking winning all the cross-country races. No? Or big growing big. No? Like, fuck, what the fuck? No? And the relaxation in them. No? Mean. No? Fuck, I thank them every day. No? They're teaching me. Ngā mihi, ngā mihi, ngā mihi. No? And my kids and my stepkids. No? Fuck, I see more potential. No? I see all the greatest things in me and them. And fucking they're growing beyond it. And they will easy. There's no limitation. And be aware of that. Hey, what you're feeding your kids, you're holding them back. Yeah? And it's beautiful. If you say you can't live a certain way, then just be aware of it. Soften it. Just start slow steps. If you believe you can't live without this, or you can't live without this, or I am this, or I am that, pop a hole in it. No? Soften it. Maybe it's true, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's true, maybe it isn't. Let it in, spin it around, let it out. Don't let it get jammed in a trauma, because that's what's happening. You can see it now. You believe in it. It comes in. You trap it. You store it. No? The more aware you are, you can be aware of your breathing and shit. As I said, naturally, if something's overwhelming to us, we grab it, we contract it, we store it. If you can feel that, if you can feel the shoulders getting tight, if you can feel the change in your breath, which happens as you slowly raise your vibration, you're slowly aware more during the day. The stillness is more, the vibration is more. If you can feel that straight away, hey, if you don't like someone, or straight away if you're watching something that you don't like, just have a second, oh shit, what do I feel like? No? And you can feel it, your breathing would have changed. No, you're grabbing it and you're storing it. If you just let it go and you still don't like it, then it's stuck in you. It's a trauma. No, and you're just gathering traumas, bubbles around you, bubbles around you, bubbles around you. Stops the korero coming through from your higher self, from Eo. As it's coming down, it's gotta get through all these bubbles first. It's like being on a high 20-story building and you're looking down and they all got invisible floors. Those are the different ranga. Yeah? And you're trying to yell. And you're trying to yell down to this other one, but he's got the radio playing too loud. No? It's exactly like that. But the more floors you get rid of, you're right there with him. No? So which we're trying to shoot some messages down here. We're trying to drop some seeds right down here, do these different layers of soil. So I don't know where we were, but so all these separated beliefs, all these emotions that have not been pulled back together. If there's opposite emotions, they're fighting against each other. If you're fighting against yourself, if you're indulging in anger, if you're indulging in disgust, if you're indulging in wanting to hurt somebody, if you're indulging in fuck that sick shit, I want to fuck this motherfucker up. These people should be put on death row and all that. If you're looking at their shit, you're sending energy to it, you're pulling yourself down into the sludge. If you pull out and just see it for what it is, it's energies, it's creating different levels of density, which we're building on top of. Yeah? So for these big trees, they can dig down through it. They can dig down into the clay and grab nutrients that these other trees couldn't get to. They pull it up to the top, which are higher, and then they drop it. The leaves go down onto the top, turn into mulch. The other trees start to eat it. And that mulch, as the different things grow, so there's different layers that all live together. They are one with each other. A tree is a tree because it realizes it's connected to every other tree. It can see it. It can see it through the earth. It can feel it. No, it's talking to each other. How it talks to each other? Mycelium. Mycelium are like different forms, the roots on the mushrooms. So if you were to go into the Ngāhere and you pull out a tree or a plant some of those, the bigger roots are theirs. And then the other roots are, the little fluffy roots are mycelium. So if that tree doesn't have mycelium on it, that means it's only using 10% at most of its feeding abilities. No? So its roots are only going to grow a certain length without mycelium. Without the realization it's connected to everything. Which is why mushrooms can show you different dimensions. No? It's doing the same thing to your brain. There's different tamatuira, henetuira, the different synaptic firings of your brain, which are the lightning storms. The pattern that you can see when you start to play with it. Now you can start to see the mycelium. Your brain is growing. And as that's growing, it's making the ones down below grow at the same time. No? All these little roots that are coming off here. No? That deaf root is now infinite. No, and it's going to grow down here now. It was stuck as deaf, but now it believes it's immortal, so it can keep going down into these. And just the mycelium that just connects everything. Everything exists, because you're feeding it from up here at the same time. No? And the bigger trees in the food forest dig down into the clay where the rest can't get to. Up higher, the roots drop, and they feed all the rest of them with higher nutrient. No? Nutrient that the other ones couldn't get to. Which is why plants that were growing in a food forest, no? Grow bigger. You can, the big canopy trees. The big canopy trees create a climate. No? That's why we have all these different like food forests. Look into that shit. Food forests are growing all these tropical fruit and veggies from all over the world. No? In Aotearoa, in Hawaii Toto. If you want to go back further, don't limit yourself. No. Kupe named it Aotearoa. If you go back further, no, there's unlimited. If you go back a little bit further, e hino Maui. If you go back a bit further, te ika Maui. If you go back a bit further, Hawaii Toto. No? And I believe that that's not the solid name for it. There's another colonist named it that. No? It hasn't been colonized just once. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe you're trapped in a bubble. No? Don't believe that one race come over here and trapped you. No? Don't believe that you are not them. No, don't believe that you are connected to everything. Put a bubble around it. No? Like you have put a bubble around it, but draw a silhouette around it, put a hole in it. What's inside them is inside you. See it. You can see it. See the magic. They see the magic in the animals' eyes, in the insects, in the earth, in the leaves, in the trees, in the birds, in the... See everything as magic. Feed that shit. Not the mundane shit of everyday life. View everything as beautiful, magical. The insects are magic. You know, why is that not a magical creature? You know, when you start to see it as what it is, you start to see the other patupaere, the magical ones. Whatever, however you've been taught them, unicorns, fairies, leprechauns, anything. You know? Big fucking praying mantis looking creatures. No? Little green creatures. No? Don't put no limit on them. No? Don't say that patupaere only lived off fucking, what is it? Fish. No? You're trying to say, honestly bro, you're honestly telling me that's a higher vibrational creature that only ate fish and was afraid of smoke. No? Think about it for as you're putting all these different dimensions on it. You're in a high-story building. They all got see-through floors. You're trying to send a message down to that bottom floor, to the Kazis, and it's too far. I know they got the radio turned up too loud. How do you get down into that dimension? You consume some shit, you know? Eat some fish, no? No? No, think about it from this perspective. Eat some fish, it'll pull you down. So you can portray to them, bro, here's matakupenga. Here's the net. It's not the net of fishing, it's the net that you're touching right now that connects everything. This net. No? I'll draw it on the next one, but no? No, think about it for a bit. That's the only way it makes sense to me. Why a higher vibrational being would be eating fish. No? Eating something with a limit. No? Limitation. They wanted to come down to this thing, pass a message. If we're talking about the same patupaere that were up in the 7th, no? They know they're fucking God, bro. No? They can see more shit than us. They can see the energies moving through the trees and everything. They're coming down here. to portray a message. No, you're connected to everything. You are God. You are Io. Io, e, a, o. No? Just like when Maui's kids, when Maui's kids were carrying the reo of Io, e, a, o. When they got to Hukurangi, there were Patupaere and Turehu that were not talking. But they combined those knowledges. They combined the knowledge of the not talking. They had the connection to everything. Now they had a oral language that they could add to Purako, and they could portray messages, no? For higher dimensional messages. No? Some of them started eating. No? Some of them came down here and they started eating to come down here. And then some of them they kept eating. And they came down here and they suffered colonization just like everyone else because they were holding their attention down into the sludge. That's it. The ones who didn't, the ones who just come down here, portrayed a message and followed the smoke back up. Yeah? Have you heard of a way of raising a kundalini? You raise energies, whether that's gratitude energy, whether it's a creation energy, which is a sexual energy, whether you and your loved one created a sexual energy and stopped thinking about the sexual shit and started thinking about the smoke. It'll raise you up. Know that the vibration that you're feeling as it comes up, that's the way it'll raise up. No? That's the only explanation that a higher vibrational being, or unless you want to tell me one, that's the only explanation a higher vibrational being would be afraid of the smoke, because it would get raised back up to where it came from. No? This vibration would just raise instantly because it's from there. Now it's just coming down here. It's holding some of this shit so it can tell you something. Holding a fish. Oh yeah, fuck, this is fucked up. But my whānau way down here, no, I can't portray these messages to them too out there. I gotta partake in some of their shit. No? I gotta smoke their blunt. I gotta smoke their joint that's got fucking Super Thrive on it. No, that's got some fucking I gotta smoke some of their bud that's fucking got, that's not organic. So I can have a moment to drop a seed. You are immortal. No? No, you have no limitation. You don't need the doctor. No? Climb these steps. No? Come up. No? Drop a seed and then go back up. The ones who started eating lowered their vibration. The ones like the colonists who come over that ended up calling it Hawaiki Tauto. Oh, no, koko. The ones who ended up calling it Ehi no Maui. No, we could say that they were a creature, and I've been taught this korero. One of the korero says it was an ancestor or descendant of the Tongan race. And they brought with them super karakia, like some gangster ass karakia, like meanest karakia. And what that karakia could do, they could have that creature and they could raise that creature out of its body. No? They could say this super on karakia that could free them, could free that creature, whether it be a moa, big ass chicken, whether it like raise that moa out of its body and then like out of its skin, free it so it could climb the higher vibrations, and not suffer. So then that skin would not suffer as you chopped it up and you ate it. They would take a long time, patience and energy putting into that karakia to make sure that that creature never suffered. Huge karakia. And then one day, so they showed the Patupaere and Turehu, or the ones that were here, that they could still exist on this plane if they consumed. Otherwise, the rest of the Turehu and they were like, bro, what the fuck? Why do that? And then some of them were like, oh yeah, true, they're still on this vibration. Let's partake. And they did it with the karakia. And then one day it went by, they didn't do the karakia, or they did the karakia without being in the now. They did a lazy karakia. They cut it short. And then the next day they didn't do a karakia. They're like, fuck, didn't have enough time. I got too much on my plate, so they didn't do a karakia. And then a couple of downs down low, they started doing karakia again, but they stopped and they're getting lower, 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 lower. Until now, in the sludge, you don't even see it. You don't even see it get killed. And it's getting killed super quick. Like on a conveyor belt. In the freezer works, you'll have one person in their whole freezer works, they got to kill like 300 in that one day. Chop, 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 chop. No karakia. And then you think about, and the cow behind can see it, no, or hear it, no. So as the cow gets off the truck and it walks into the slaughterhouse, it can hear it, no, it can see it, it can smell it, it can taste it. That's a horror movie, no, 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 no. As you're eating something, there's energy coming in and going out, back to where it came from, eh? Any line of that energy that was in that, going back to when it was born, you're getting it, no? So as you start to look, that's Kai, you know? Kai is attention, eh? Kai is direction, no? Which way are you going, no? If you're eating that, you're going down into the sludge, no? You're holding yourself in the sludge, no? But thank you, hey, thank you for holding up my ladder, no? Like, it had to happen, no? It's beautiful looking at it from a higher vibration. But if you start looking at Kai as energy, you have an understanding of it. As I said before, like a baby has to have milk until it gets to that crunching stage. It no longer needs it. That's when animals stop. No, that's weaning. They stop consuming milk. That milk has heaps of hormones and everything for that animal to get to that stage, and then it lets it go. No, you're not meant to have milk. You're not meant to have milk from a different creature anyway. No, and then if you look at how that milk, what type of energy that milk, no, consumes, no, it's coming from a mother who just had a baby stolen. No, on the real, look into it. I'm not lying at any state, no. For milk to be produced the way it's getting produced, that cow has to be fertilized, no. The cow has to be artificially inseminated. It has to be raped, you know. A human has to go and grab its hand and put some sperm inside it, and then when it gets pregnant, they take the baby away from it so they can take its milk, no. Look into it. Know what you're putting in your body. Know what type. What's the korero? What's the whakapapa of what you're putting in your body? No, what's the korero behind it? No, where it came from. No, if it's happiness. Whether you were with that cow. No, whether you were with that cow giving it hugs and kisses and shit, and it was feeding its baby. No, its baby was still with it. It didn't have a gate put in front of it while they stole it off it. No. And how much milk do they produce each year? No, it's getting bigger, bigger, bigger. It's getting fucked up. No, how much milk they gotta steal babies all the time. No, they gotta take it off it, and now there's too many babies, and now 500 million babies a year get stolen and killed. No, because they're excess. No, yeah, and you can say yeah, but they're still pet food. No, they still turn into something, but no. Some of them like get stolen and become a dry stock or whatever the fuck. Which when you start looking at it from an overstanding, as you're putting it into your body, it's happening to the earth. No? At the same time, it's happening. It's not natural to have paddocks. Everywhere you look, you drive through Aotearoa, you drive through Waikitoto, and there's just paddocks everywhere. It ain't natural. It ain't natural. It's like, as I was saying before, the plants are like living together. Monoculture is not natural. Having fucking a billion lettuces piled into each other, beside each other, is not natural. No, having the skin of the earth bare is not natural. No, the elements killing all the microorganisms on it, killing the mycelium, is not natural. If you rip the soil bare, it's killing all that shit. You know how it works. How you till a soil? Like you till it. You put a fork in it. You turn the motherfucker. How that ends up making those plants grow? It's from all those dead mycelium that you just killed. Once that's gone, you got to put fertilizer in it. You know? The fertilizer they're selling you has anti-fungus in it, which kills the mycelium, which disconnects you, which keeps Papa Tuanuku asleep, no? Which keeps your mind asleep, which keeps this shit empty, no? Because it's all built on the fact that you believe you're gonna die one day. No, it's all connected, everything connected. Put a hole in that shit. You know? Let everything work together. Things like living together. The big trees go up and drop the things for the other trees. You got like at least 7, some 9. I don't know the numbers of them. It's like you got the big trees, you got the big, like the canopy trees, and you got the big fruit and nut trees, and you got the medium-sized fruit trees, and then you got the bushes, the shrubs, the root layer, the ground cover, the vines. Now, if you got 7 layers living together, they just look after each other. So agroforestry, that's the belief that um, the Amazon rainforest was a man-made permaculture forest. No? And people are like, nah, nature's fucking too onto it for that. You are nature. No? You can work with nature. You are fucking nature. No? Why separate yourself from something that is so beautiful? No? All you had to do. So the korero goes 7-7. No? 7 days. No. I got 7 days in a week. If you just I think it was 3 days, but fuck, we'll say 1 day. Now, if you did enough mahi on 1 day a week, 1 day a week of gardening for 7 years, you can walk away. Yeah. Sounds good. No, someone else will jump on and break it down better, but that's the pattern behind it. So they like looking after each other. Or you just establish the 7. Now, if you can establish those 7 different layers, they all just look after each other. Now, which could be the chakra. Hey. You have all those different layers that they all make food that supports each other. You know, that the vines and the fruit trees and the bushes and the root layer, they're all working with each other. And working with each other, they're creating an atmosphere for mycelium, for all the mushroom layers to go and then the same and there's no stop to it. It'll just cover the whole earth. You know? If you believe that Papa Tuanuku is dying, then that's you, you know. Especially if you lock it in a trap. And that whole belief that you can't, what do you call it? So they feed each other, eh? No, the energetic, if you build your energy practices, then the food just goes down. That's the same. If you believe that there's no use, that Papa Tuanuku is dying, then that vibration is going to make you eat shit. No? But the vibration that Papa Tuanuku is growing and growing, and there's no holding her back, because there is none. She is immortal. She's just going to keep growing no matter what. No? And the mycelium that's going into the earth right now is doing the same to my mind. My mind is doing the same to the earth right now. There's no stopping it. That mycelium is just spreading everywhere, and the 7 layers are just going to go dig, dig, dig. It's not going to take fuck all. You can't stop it. It's beautiful. No? It's that paradox. That paradox that what you believe right now, put a hole in it, and in a second it doesn't. No? Any belief that you have can be crushed. Let it fall over. No? And use it as a step. It's beautiful. And fuck, no shit, I'm gonna press stop and I'm gonna think, fuck, I had this other one I could add to it, but ngamihi, fuck, I love you. Fuck, thank you for taking part in this. Thank you for this fucking energy coming back and forward right now. Time does not exist. We are one. No, we are fucking exchanging energies right now, and I thank you. Ngamihi, I love you. No, fuck, I love you heaps. No, ngamihi, thank you for this beautiful world, for this beautiful concept, eh? For this fucking beautiful pattern, eh? The pattern of letting go. Any belief that I can feel, any tension, grachi dao, grachi dao, grachi dao, grachi dao, grachi dao. And the belief that comes up is like, it's not doing anything. That belief, it's just a wave. No, don't lock it in. Grachi dao, grachi dao, grachi dao. No, if I feel itchiness, because I said on other ones that I'd always suffered from psoriasis. Whereas it comes up, I'm like, yeah, they come back. No, ngamihi, it helped me come back into the ngamihi. A thought comes up that this isn't doing anything. Ngamihi. Maybe it is. No, nothing is solid. Nothing. No, there's no top to this shit. There's no bottom of letting go. There's no top of the mountain. You are the middle. You are the middle of everything that exists. No, come into your now. No. Come into your being. You are one. We are one. You are the all. I am the all. This is the all. No? It's beautiful. Toxicity is nature. No? No? Bring it together. You know? What makes plastic? Just a whole heap of fucked with shit. It's still nature, you know? If you believe that nature can't absorb it back into itself, you're creating that shit. You know? As soon as you become aware of these other funguses that eat plastic, you just put a hole in that shit. And it happens naturally. Back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. If you're putting all your attention on your physical, realize it's doing the same as the spiritual. If you're doing spiritual shit, realize it's doing the same thing to your physical. It's the same. No? There's no limit to it. There's no top of stillness. There's no bottom of letting go. There's no limit to movement. No? For what we know it, you know? Fuck, I'm moving way more movement than I ever moved before. If there's any tensions that come up, move that shit. Oh yeah. So I went from that, and then I landed on the vegan shit. No, and then now I started doing, when I became a Whare Wānanga, I started doing the fastings and shit. When I started eating again, I can't eat cooked food, you know, because I raised my vibration to a certain height. And I was thinking, fuck, you know, I got the acid reflux again, heaps of cramping every time I ate cooked food, you know? And then I was like, fuck, but I love roast potatoes, no, I love all this other shit. I love the vegan lasagnas, the vegan pies, the vegan hot dogs, the vegan mince, the vegan, fuck, my wife is the best cook ever, you know? Fucking, she gave me all the flavors and textures I could never imagine. No, and then I can't eat it. No, and then I was like, fucking ratchet. No, and then I was like forcing myself, I wanted to say goodbye to each thing. And then the taste disappeared for cooked food. No, it's just my vibration was raising up. So now if I eat too much raw, so now I'm raw organic vegan. So now if I'm eating too much of that, you know, it gets the build up as well. So I have to have more liquid. So during the day I have more liquid, which is happening by me being more liquid with things, moving around, and me being more subtle and being able to crush beliefs and all that. So yeah, so definitely moving to liquid base. At the moment, on my liquid days, if I'm having a liquid day and not a fasting day, that means I'm also having smoothies, which is the thickness, and as the crunching, I'd go in and I'd be crunching it, and that's helping get rid of that. But even then, like that thickness, like, fuck, I've been making heaps of raw vegan munchies, like whole gang that's blowing my mind on all these new flavors and textures, and at the same time, like, as the energy's building up, like the taste is disappearing, so I'm juggling it. But it's a bridge, and I want to use that bridge, which will be on the next one. Like our bridge would be as you're climbing up and everything's getting less and less dense as it's getting from the thickness or the mamai to the thick, until heaps of fiber, until smoothies with fiber, until juices with more water, and then to water, until less water and more mauri, until no water, which is when you're Ali Tom and when you're Sophia Wapatira or Victor Truviano, you know, when you're up in those heights. And they're helping us, they're raising us right now. And these other ones who haven't shown themselves. No, fucking there's heaps. Prana Festival, World Prana Festival. Now I'll share some of their links if you want to look into it. Their concepts and their teaching is fucking beyond it. But the bridge, no, I'm happy to be here, and I want to make a cookbook and shit, and so people can jump on it. No, because as you're going up these densities, there's before you get to the raw or the liquid or the fruitier,